Yeah, I'm here and I'm fighting and I'm not going anywhere. Dr. Bird is here. It's the baby. Well, thank you guys so much. You guys are surprising me every single day. Look at this crowd. Whoa. Wow, wow. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I was at HSU earlier today, and so many supporters, students, the community, faculties. Man, the love. The love is amazing. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys too. I know my son is here and he's with us. DJ is with us, and he's like, Mom, I know you got my back. Community, thank you for having my back. Thank you for not abandoning me. Thank you so very much for supporting me, our family, the student at HSU, the students throughout the CSU system. Thank you so much. My heart is heavy, but when I come to Humboldt, I call Humboldt my second home. When I come to Humboldt and I feel the love, I get the text messages from you guys, boy, it touches me. It touches me. I love you guys so very much. We're not going to stop fighting, right? We're not going to stop fighting. Thank you, thank you. This doesn't end. Thursday's decision doesn't end. It doesn't end. Maggie Fleming, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. You have me fighting harder now. I'm fighting harder. I am fighting harder. I'm fighting harder. I'm not giving up on my child. My child worked hard to be here. To go to college, you guys, that's hard. You got homework, you got SATs, you got sports, you got to be responsible, you know, for siblings and just household things and chores. And to make it here is a great accomplishment. It is a great accomplishment, and my son set his dreams on higher learning, and he accomplished that. He accomplished it. And he came here to this town. He loved this town. He loved this community. He loved his students, the students at HSU. This was second home for my son. DJ called Humboldt County home, and Humboldt County is going to give him justice. I know we have speakers and musicians. Thank you so much for being here, for doing this. I appreciate it. My son, thank you. Our family, thank you. This community, thank you. Boy, I love you guys. Oh, Eric, I love you too. Thank you for staying on the phone late nights with us. Thank you, Eric, thank you. So, I'm gonna pass it on to the musician. I will be back. I will be speaking a little bit later. And please, you guys, come and share your stories. Share your stories of Humboldt County. Know that my son's murder is not the only murder that we're going to start focusing on. We need to start focusing on murders that's taking place here in Humboldt County. Unsolved murders that this office has not prosecuted. There's families, black, white, it doesn't matter who you are. Come with us, join us. Join us. I'm here to stand with you to get justice for your loved ones. Come with us. Let's fight this system. We gotta fight this system together. Because if we remain silent, we're not gonna get the justice that our loved ones deserve. And they don't deserve this. And I know I'm gonna fight for my child. And I'm gonna fight for your loved one. So come and join us. Join this fight. I'm with you. I'm gonna stand with you. If you've lost a loved one here in Humboldt County and you have not gotten the justice, I don't care what color you are, you need to join us so we can fight for you as you fight for us. Are you with me, guys? not just about my son. I said, this is bigger than DJ. This is larger than him. But God put me in this place because he knew I can bear this. He said he'll never put more on me than I can bear. And trust me, this is a fight. This is the fight of my life. And he know I can stand it. He know I can do it. And I'm doing it. And I'm going to fight for him. I'm not going anywhere. And I just need you guys to be with me. Be with me. Thank you.
Hello. We'll sing a song for all the people that passed away. This is a song in Mexico that we play usually for a Day of Dead or for a funeral where we're talking to our loved one who just passed. And we're telling them how much we're going to miss them, how much we miss them. But we're talking to them, and the act of talking to them, you know, kind of signifies that they're still here and they'll always be here. It's called Amor Eterno.
El amor del cual yo tengo. Más triste recuerdo de Acapulco.
Sorry, hold on. Okay, this is for Josiah.
Tú eres la tristeza de mis ojos, que llorar en el silencio por tu amor. Me miro en el espejo y veo en mi rostro el tiempo que has sufrido por tu adiós. Le obligo a que te olvide el pensamiento, pues siempre estoy pensando en el ayer. Prefiero estar dormido que despierto, de tanto que me duele que no estés. Como quisiera que tú vivieras, que tus ojitos más se hubieran cerrado nunca y estar mirándonos. Amor eterno e inolvidable, tarde o temprano estaré contigo para seguir amándonos. Yo he sufrido tanto por tu ausencia y de ese día hasta hoy no soy feliz. Aunque tengo tranquila la conciencia, sé que yo pude hecho más por ti. Obscura soledad estoy viviendo, la misma soledad de tu sepulcro, mamá. Tú tú eres el amor del cual yo tengo el más triste recuerdo de los ángeles. Como quisiera que tú vivieras, que tus ojitos jamás se hubieran cerrado nunca y estar mirándonos, amor eterno, inolvidable, tarde o temprano estaré contigo para seguir amándonos.
Wasn't that beautiful, you guys? Another round of applause. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to do that. We appreciate it. Beautiful. All right, so we have a couple speakers. Eric, where are you? Oh, here he is. Thank you, Eric. I've known Eric now, going on almost 2 years. Thank you for your support, Eric. Thank you.
We stand here today in front of a system that has failed to give us justice. A system whose so-called democracy through this grand jury, through the work of Maggie Fleming, has failed yet again to give us justice. Over and over and over, we keep seeing this throughout America. The system is not designed to give those of us that face oppression and have had to struggle for hundreds of years in this country, it's not designed to give us justice. It's designed in a way that the only way to get justice out of it is for people to come together in the masses and stand together in solidarity and force justice out of this system. As Charmaine said, this does not end here. This is not the end. This is the beginning of us as a community, as people standing together, demanding justice and making sure that when one of us has a fight and one of us has a struggle, that we're not alone in that. The system isn't designed to build community. When they say they say it can and will be used against you. That's what they say in law, right? They don't say it can and will be used for you. They say it can and will be used against you because the system is designed to fail. So what we need to do is stick together, come together, and demand justice by putting people like Maggie Fleming in the spotlight, saying you had an opportunity. You had the evidence, you had what you needed. We've been told, been given promises over and over again that this is a solvable case. Over and over again from APD that this is a solvable case. From lawyers, from investigators that have looked at some of this evidence and said this is a solvable case. The only way that we're standing here today without justice is because the system isn't designed to give it to us. And the only way that we're going to get it is by standing together and demanding it. So that's what we're here to do today, is stand with Charmaine, stand with the struggle of her family, what they've had to go through for 2 years. 2 years, Maggie Fleming. 2 years, APD. It's time for us to get justice for this family. And we're not going to stop until we get it.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. We definitely not going to stop until we get justice. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your family members. They need to be here. They need to be here. They need to call Maggie. When Maggie comes to work every day, her office, her phone should just be flooded. Should be flooded. You guys need to go and make appointments to see her. You need to show up everywhere that she is. If she's at a town hall meeting, wherever she is, she's an elected official, and you elected her, and she needs to be held accountable. She needs to do the right thing, and she needs to bring justice for my son, this community, and our family. We're not going anywhere. We're not. All right, we have one of DJ's professor. DJ was studying criminology at HSU, and his professor is here, Professor Clark. And he's amazing. He's reached out to me and he checks on me, and I so appreciate it. I thank you so very much for being here and for continuing to support our family and the student at HSU, but most importantly, my son. And you had the opportunity to know DJ. You've met with him, you've seen the type of person he was, a man of character. You wouldn't be here if he wasn't a great student and a leader. And I thank you for sharing your experience and the time that you were able to spend with my son. Professor Clark, you guys.
How y'all doing? So, for those of you showing up to some of these before, you may have heard me speak a few times, and I've always enjoyed the opportunity to share some thoughts about who Josiah was. I often spend this time to reflect on him and just everything about him, just the amazing person he was. I usually, in the past, I have done my best to just kind of focus on all the good and to kind of rekindle and not let Josiah's memories kind of fade. It's important to me to hold on to that. I think it's important for our community to hold on to that. But I'll be honest, like my tenure is probably going to be a little bit different tonight. I think that we stand in a different space. We stand at a bit of a different moment. I think we've all been holding out hope. I think that hope has been extended to us we've tried in every possible way to let the system work for us as best as we can. And it has failed us again. And history shows us one thing, that if we don't have some type of response, this case will close. And that's the reality. And that's a difficult space to sit in right now. And I know how much it's been hurting everyone who's out here. It's unearthing and it's tearing open a lot of scabs. It's unearthing a lot of emotions that we've been trying to hold together for the past 23 months. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to sit with that anymore. We were called together. Some of us got an email sent out yesterday that well-intentioned people were trying to have a discourse again about the proper ways to spend a moment of silence to honor Josiah's life at the university. And it was, I'm not dismissing the intent behind it, but it felt really wrong And I know that there were a lot of students that were able to make it to there, even though some of them weren't invited. And they took it to the administrators like they should. They said, this doesn't feel right. We've been talking for 23 months and you're not doing a damn thing. You're not hearing anything we have to say. And now you want to just open up a dialogue again. And I just dwelt on this all last night and just thought about what is the disconnect? And what I keep coming back to, or what I feel like here, is that the institutions around us, they're responding the only way they know how, which is institutional, which is sterile, which asks us to engage in them in a way which is like, in a way they're asking us to not be human, which is to not be angry. Every time we raise our voice and we say, this is wrong, they tell us to like fall in line and follow protocol. Or they say, let's have a dialogue. Well, there has to be a point where dialogue just like, there's something more has to happen. And the students yesterday were begging the administration for action, and they did nothing. In my world, which is a fucked up place, because like I don't know, if you have a PhD, you're a nerd, like you study too much. And we call this the politics of dismissal, in the sense that like, if you raise your voice, if you elevate yourself, if you bring emotion into it, you're dismissed. You're labeled as irrational, you're labeled as a woman, you're labeled as an angry black man, whatever. You're told that by somehow bringing your humanness into this, you're less than. And this is inhumane. This is exactly the problem that we're facing right now. The institutions are telling us, by raising our cries, by standing up and being human, but somehow we've crossed a certain line. Somehow we're not being rational. There has to be a proper place to be angry. And I have always stood up and just said, like, I just want to remember Josiah and I want to remember him, but there's something, he demands us to take action now. Everything that I knew about Josiah, I know for a fact, if it was me on the other end, he would be fighting right now. This is the time to fight. So, for those of you who are out there, if administrators are there, people who are in institutional power are out there, and you haven't gotten it by now, I don't know what else to tell you. You ask us, you say, what do you want us to do? I'm telling you that those of us who have been in this fight, we are reaching our limit. We've made every call that we can. We've written letters. We're putting as much pressure as we can, and we need you to do something else. We need more help. Provost and Yeti, fucking get on the phone and call Chancellor White. Get the Board of Trustees involved in this. You can do that. I can't do that. They will not take my call. You all do that. If you've got power out there and you haven't been in this fight, get in this fight. Or just get out of the way. If you're going to be in this, you get in this. You use all the political force of the institutions you are a part of, all the economic force of the institutions you're a part of, to help us. That's what we need. You ask us what we need, that's what we need. We need people to stop saying, we know that you're enraged. We need you to own it. We need you to say, we're enraged. Stand beside us. Get angry. There's a proper time to be angry. There's a proper time to take action. That's what we need right now.
Thank you, Professor Clark. He's right. Get on the phone, you guys. Make those phone calls. HSU is recruiting black and brown students here in Humboldt County. They need to stop. They need to stop. If you can't protect these students, do not bring them here. Do not bring them here. Because you have a DA's office. If something happened to a black and brown student, indigenous student, they don't care. And we see that. They don't care. Our lives matter. It matters. And we need to fight. Use your voices. pick up the phone, write letters. Chancellor White, the Board of Trustees, we trust our children to you. Do not abandon our children. Do not abandon our children. Maya, my friend, I thank you for being here. I thank you for supporting my son and the students of HSU and CR, College of the Redwoods. We are here for you. We're here for you. We are adults, and adults protect students. And I know some students might be 23, 24. For me, you're still a kid. And our job as adults is to protect you. And we're going to continue to do so. We're not going to abandon you, just like you're not going to abandon my son. We are going to make sure that you are protected. But also, you guys, you have to let these students know, and families, you have to get to orientation. You have to let families know, do not bring your children here. They will not be protected. It is systemic racism here in Humboldt County.
Hello, I'm Dr. Shemaya Vaughn. I'm also a fellow nerd with a PhD. I'm a counselor at the College of the Redwoods, and I didn't know Josiah, but I would like racists to stop killing us. So I thought I should lead with that, right? So I don't want to stand up here and cry the whole time. So I wrote some things down, right? I first just want to thank Charmaine. Damn it, right? Bringing us all together every month for nearly 2 years. I can imagine the pain of losing a child, so I'm just here to support you, okay? I hope you demand justice for your son. I'm a therapist by trade, so I want to encourage everyone here to be gentle with yourself. As you continue with this fight, I'd like you to practice self-care. What is that? What does that look like? Ask for help if you need emotional support. Don't just try to do this by yourself. Just say, hey, I need a hug. Like this. Make sure you talk about these difficult emotions with someone who gets it. Right? Don't try to convert someone. It's too late. It's too late. I think I read a quote, you can't wake someone who's pretending to be asleep, so let's not do that, right? Let's just stick with our folks, us. And then finally, I want to say no to experiences and people who do not treat you well. It's hard being a person of color in this country, in this county, but we are resilient and we can make it through this, just not alone. That's all I have to say.
All right, Mike, come on up. Mike, I call Mike my white dad because he has adopted me, and I love him and his wife so very much, and I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Charmaine. I don't have any prepared words. I was just asked to come up here. Charmaine has become part of my family. We love her. I think we need the rest of the county to become part of her family, and to treat her like family, and treat her like someone in your family has suffered like she has. I'll address the white people in the community. It's not easy knowing exactly how to tackle racism. We're born in this country. We ignore it as long as we can, and then when it comes out, it's very difficult and awkward for white people to to instantly become the allies that our people of color need. So I implore all of the white community up here to figure out some ways where you can make it easier for people of color in this county to go about their business. And I'm not saying that's easy, because there's a lot of light things you can do. You think you're helping. There will be awkward things where you do the wrong thing, but try, figure out, and be humble. Put yourself in people of color's shoes for a minute. Imagine that you came to this predominantly white county, and people look at you and suspect you. So really, the hard work should be on the white community up here to help change. We've got to do it, but we can't do it alone, so it's got to be in collaboration. Thinking about what to do politically, Charmaine and her supporters, we have met with virtually every politician in this county and beyond, trying to make something happen. I think it's time to consider a recall of our district attorney. That's going to take money and work, but I think it's worth it. She has to run for re-election, and I think about 2 years. Is there a political science teacher here? Anyway, even if the recall somehow doesn't win, we will weaken her position for the next election, and then we can work on finding an appropriate attorney to become our district attorney. Charmaine is going to need money to fight for legal bills and stuff. So you will probably hear in the press or something ways, maybe a GoFundMe, but we're going to help raise money from this entire community to help push this case. So please be generous when you figure out a way to help her, and spread the love. Part of the night of the murder, what went wrong were people jumped to violence instantly. I happened to sit in the entire preliminary hearing 2 years ago, and I heard the testimony of all of the people that were called. And what gets me is that it was triggered by instant violence, and maybe by the females involved, but it was alcohol and drugs and people just jumping to hate and violence. And that especially all the young people, we got to teach each other other ways to deal with conflict. Because that night, some people got violent with each other, and it ended up in a death. And no one was planning on that. So we got to check ourselves with how we respond to conflict, and don't raise it to the level of violence against another human being. We got a lot to learn. Thank you. Thank you, Charmaine.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. We have to come together, you guys. We have to unify. We have to unite with each other. We have to leave space in our hearts for love and redemption and forgiveness. And forgiveness. We have to forgive. I'm working on that. So even though my son is not here physically with me, I know he's here spiritually with me. And I know that he said, Mom, forgive. He said, forgive. How do you forgive someone that takes your child's life? But I have to work on that. I have to work on forgiveness. DJ was my world. My world. My firstborn child. I learned everything through raising DJ. He was an amazing, gifted, brilliant young man. A man of integrity. A man of passion. a man of kindness. That is the young man that I raised. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. He did everything right. He did everything right. And he will not be forgotten. We will not forget David Josiah Lawson. We won't. My son's legacy is, I am going to open a house, Josiah's house, here in Humboldt County. That is what I'm going to work towards. And it's going to house students that are dealing with homelessness. Students they're recruiting our children, bringing them here. They have nowhere to live. Students are sleeping in the forest. They're sleeping on couches. They're sleeping in their vehicles. Unacceptable. Josiah's house. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Josiah's house will be a safe place for HSU and CR students. They'll be able to have free meals. No one pays at Josiah's house. You just need to be safe, and we need to protect you. And community, you need to be responsible, and you need to look out for our young people. They are our future. They're future district attorneys. They're future presidents. Shady is not here, but I know I'm voting for her for president one day. But they're our future, and we have to protect them, and we have to love on them. We cannot abandon them. We cannot abandon them. And I'm not going off topic, but I want to say that the Josiah Lawson scholarship should have been ready, and I apologize. I know Sharon is here. We should have had that scholarship ready. It won't be ready, but this is what I'm going to commit myself to. I am going to commit myself to 3 or 4 things, from a senior girl, boy, from Arcata High School. You have to be a student of color, indigenous student. The scholarship you will still be able to apply for the David Josiah Lawson scholarship for the fall semester. I will personally pay that money to you. And we're not going to ask for too much. We're not going to ask for too much. We're going to reach out to Arcata High School, the principal. We're going to work together, and the requirement is not going to be as intense because you don't have enough time to apply for it. But the David Josiah Lawson will still be available for students for the fall semester. Okay? So we're going to get that out on our Facebook page. Before we call Bethany, I love Bethany. Thank you so much. I would like a student from HSU to come and speak. I've known so many students. If you're a student at HSU, come on up here. Come stand with me if you're a student at HSU, or if you're a student from the College of the Redwood. I need you all here on this platform because your lives matter. I need you here. Future behind us, you guys. Cheer them on. This is our future behind us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful children that we have here. Your parents raised you right. You work hard to be here. And we're going to make sure that you are protected here. Where are moms? I want moms to raise their hands. Dads, raise your hands. This is the dream we have for our children, right, parents? Yes. right here. This is the dream we have for them. And we're going to support them. We're going to support them. We are going to support them. You guys, I'm here for you guys. I get so many text messages and phone calls. Please continue to do so. Even after graduation, I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're doing with your life. Please continue to work hard. Please let DJ be proud of you. We've lost a few students, not a few, we've lost students at HSU within the last almost 2 years. And it saddens my heart because there's a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, an auntie, a grandmother, a great-grandmother in the same position that I'm in. And it saddens me. It hurts. It hurts. But I am so proud of you guys. You have dreams, and you're making those dreams a reality. I'm proud of you. I'm here for you. I'm here. I won't abandon you. I will not abandon you. Thursday's decision just going to make us stronger. We're going to fight harder. We're going to fight harder. We are. Future leaders right here, you guys. My son wanted to be an attorney. He wanted to be an attorney, and I know he would have changed the world. He was destined for greatness. You all are destined for greatness, and you all will change the world. I still need a HSU student to come and say a few words. I need you to say a few words. My daughter, this is my daughter. Janae, I love you. I love you so much. She's beautiful, smart, caring, gifted, and you mean the world to me. I love you. I love you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Janae Sykes. I am a third-year psychology major at HSU. First and foremost, I want to thank Charmaine for everything that she's done for me. She's been like another mom to me since this happened. And I owe this to her and her family. And I just want to thank all of you for being here and supporting her through this really, really hard time. But like she said, we have to fight. Do not let these people here, do not let staff and faculty invalidate you and your feelings, because you have a right to feel. You have that right and you deserve that right. And we have to continue to fight for him, for Josiah. I think about him all the time. I really, really do, because he should be here right now. But I know that he's in spirit with all of us and that he will live through us forever. Thank you.
My son, class of 2019, David Josiah Lawson. I will be walking for my son at graduation. Our family will be there and we are walking in his name. This town will not win this fight. We're not going to win. Not going to win. DJ was my world, is my world, and will continue to be my world. I love you, my son. I love you so very much. We will see each other again. Rest in power. Rest in paradise. I love you. I love you. Bethany, please close us out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you.
My name's Bethany. I'm a local pastor here in Humboldt, and I want to have all of us turn our attention to our feet for a moment. Ground your feet in the ground. Take a moment and take a deep breath and recognize that we are standing on Wiyot land, that underneath our feet is the very soil that screams out injustice, that is the soil that we stand on. Injustice is embedded in this place, and yet we stand on concrete that is representative of justice behind us, and it's not coming forth. And we are here because we know there is no justice, and when there is no justice, there is no peace. You are all here because you feel that sense of lack of peace inside of you. It is resonating deep in your bones that there is no peace right now. We all read on all the news outlets of what happened on Thursday, and we read it with a sense of knowing that that is not right. That we've been fighting long and hard. And when we read it, I know there was a resounding F word in all of our heads. I'd say it, but you know. There was a resounding frustration, and we are feeling it deep in our bones. That sense of discomfort of what is going on. And because that is in us, we are all here. And we are bearing witness to a reality that we hope to see justice come forth. We are not going to give up. That car will. So I would like us all to link elbows. Get close to the people next to you. Because while we are individuals here on this Riat land today, there is power in the people together. We are not simply individuals. We are a community of people. And so if we do not see the humanness in the person next to us, and we don't feel the comfort of their presence, then we will believe that we are alone in this fight, and if we are alone, we will fall. But if we are together, we will stand. And so as a people, as a community, we stand with Charmaine, and we stand for justice. I'm going to close our time in prayer. You may turn your attention to whatever higher power that you align yourself with, or no higher power, or literally the concrete beneath your feet. I pray to God, the Creator, and this is the God that Charmaine prays to as well. So join me. Creator God, maker of heaven and earth, maker of the very breath in our bodies. God, we are tired and frustrated. We are sad and so disappointed. But Lord, we are not giving up. God, you are the God that continues to breathe new life and resurrection into things that we thought were dead for sure. And so once again, God, we pray that your strength, that your resilience, that your new life brings truth back into our souls. May you remind us that we are not alone. May you bring peace because you bring justice. May justice roll down like an ever-flowing stream. God, I thank you for each person who's here today. May we not leave here today thinking about what we're going to eat for dinner, but may we leave here today knowing that Charmaine is not alone and that we are in this with her. God, it is for your glory and for your name we pray these things. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Say his name! Josiah! Say his name! Josiah! Josiah Lawson. Say his name! Josiah Lawson! We're not giving up on you, DJ. We're not going to abandon you. We will get justice. We will get justice. We will get this case to a conclusion. We will. I promise you. Because I'm not going anywhere. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting me. We need crowds like this every single visual. If we need to start heading back to city council, then so be it. So be it. If we your job. We're not going anywhere. I thank you. I thank you so much. HSU students, I love you all so very much. I pray safety each and every time you leave campus. I pray your safe return.